Five, three, two, one. All right. Welcome back to the RDN Roller Show. We are back here live in between tournaments here. We are in the summer of 2025, roller hockey season, as you can call it. Got our boy Ant over there drinking some. Is that Propel?
No, it's Dollar General purified water.
You are, yeah, you are you're a Dollar General kind of water.
America. We got one in the lot at the rink. It's actually convenient. So
What do you mean you have like the Dollar General? You have one in your.
yeah, it's like in the shopping center. So our rink's like behind a shopping center. It's got like Wawa, Dollar General in there. It's got a pizza place, Chinese food place. It's
Is
actually
your
kind of
rink in like an old Walmart or?
no, it's like in an old shopping strip, but like attached to this gym and like but it's weird. It's a weird setup. Like
So how do you get to your rink? Like, do you have to like drive in an alley?
kind of not like an alley, but there's like a passageway. Yeah, I guess, but it's all like it's hard. Like a lot of people who just
NARCH
start
sounds
here,
even wilder than I thought.
dude. You saw it up here. The boys were up here staying, but yeah, it's like everyone who comes here for the first time tries to enter through the front of the gym. So like, know how Parker, you kind of have to walk like through the
Yeah,
gym and everything to get down. Ours has it like a back entrance. So if you want to use that entrance, you have to drive behind
I
the
see.
shopping center. Yeah,
Nice, nice.
Google Earth it.
It's wild, it's wild. Anyways, Ant, how we feeling? You're about to get ready to go out to NARCH, about to
Oh
do
yeah.
the triple crown, as you could say it.
Man, wife's not happy about that one, but yeah, doing the Triple Crown this year. Pretty cool. Our team, all rink guys are going out together, and we're actually going to stop at the dojo on Wednesdays. We're going to see the new dojo, so we booked some time there. Eton hooked us up. Get a skate
Team
in before the
Fusion.
tournament. Yeah, Team Fusion. So uh, people have probably seen like Fusion by Five Hole. That kid, he plays at my rank, Ethan, and he wanted to get a pro team in there. So we're like, hey, let's go out as, and he wanted it to be like a NERC team. So we did. We picked up. We have one other guy. We got Travis McKinney from the Freeze, but other than that, it's all local guys. So
Texas guy.
Texas boy,
There we
look,
go,
picked
man.
them
Texas
up,
guys are just making. I'm telling you what, Texas is on the rise. Ever since RDN moved HQ here,
dude.
it's
You
kind
had a
of
meet.
like picking up.
You had like a you had a an Texas roller meeting earlier, dinner meeting.
Yeah, me and Torres, Eric Torres, meeting of the minds, I could say, basically, here in El Paso, Texas. And we also won our first rec league. One rec league in,
Yeah, but
one
you
championship.
missed the champ though.
I know.
He was not
To
happy, eh?
work, I had to work, but Torres held it down for the boys. Wasn't that big of a deal. But so you guys got the boys. You're going out to NARCH in Southern California, Irvine again. 14 teams here in the NARCH Pro Finals this year. And the Fusion guys are mostly all like Philly guys, correct?
Yeah.
The few you could say,
Yeah,
right?
kind of. Well, we had to get rid of the name
I was gonna say you got rid of
after
name
the 2 and
15.
22. We had to
Yeah,
start
let's talk.
fresh.
Hey, before we cover tours, let's talk about that real quick. Our
Yeah,
little
we got to
rankings
talk about
thing.
that.
Yeah. So, do you think like I got to play devil's advocate here. Like, do you think you should have been lower? I will say I did not mean to put the Lebeda Blood and Feathers at the last one, but when we organized it and it went by wins,
Yeah.
had the most losses, so that's why it was last.
Yeah, I mean, that's how standings work. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why like I kind of threw up a little
And re-
story. Like, listen, these standings are the standings. Like, we don't have a point series system like PGA does or something like that where we're combining points or like street league and
and
skateboarding.
to
We
be
talk
honest with
like,
you, it's
yeah,
it's hard. Like
yeah,
you can try to do that, but everybody knows that plays in the pro roller scene that the rosters change. So there's always going to be some type of debate, right? This was the best we could do, and that was just basically from the last 4 years. That's it. We're
yeah.
not
And it's
ranking
just a
them.
record. That's all it is. It's a
Record.
record.
That's it. We're not ranking
The
them.
only it's the only thing that honestly shows you what it is. And like, and that doesn't mean that there's not gray area in there. Like, yeah, Blood and Feathers is probably going to get harder games. My team at the time was
They
getting
did good.
harder
They did pretty good
games.
at tours. I mean,
Yeah,
they
and like he and
out.
even Ken talked to me about it at tours, and he's like, yeah, like we have a new roster. It's kind of a fresh start, blah blah blah. So like again, we're no one's saying that like, yo, you don't have to play Carshall Palma Black Ice as your round robins. You know what I mean? Like everyone understands that, but that's just how it is. Like that's how the tournaments are,
I mean,
unfortunately.
ask the few. The few,
Yeah,
like, let's talk
few
about.
wins, few wins. I think that was the best comment on there. Someone said a few wins for those guys,
That
but
was Darren. Darren said
yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, Darren chirped me, but I think he's more just mad that I ever brought us out there. So I think, maybe he's
you're
just
bringing the
chirping.
fusion out.
Yeah,
So
so we're bringing us out. or bring the Fusion out. We got all the jerseys. I just laid them all out, so I'm getting ready to go. Pumped up for that. Just got back from tours like 2 weeks ago.
Let's recap tours real
Yeah,
quick, okay? Give us your thoughts on tours. How was tours from the event side? And let's be real. I want to be real here.
yeah.
Like we got a lot of DMs about the
Oh
presentation of
yeah.
tours. I'm gonna be
So
I'm gonna say something first. Gonna be completely honest. You're following up State Wars, okay? You're following up the Palma Pro Invitational at that rink. You have a
yeah.
lot of high expectations, whether you realize it or not. You have to meet those expectations
Oh yeah.
from our side. Like that's what the roller world, the players that are going there, they're expecting how it was at Palma Pro, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And I don't know if it
Agreed.
was there, but you can take us through the ride.
So I'll say from my team experience, great. Like, or our Airbnb situation was great, really close to the rink. And
Yeah.
actually, like, I will say, for it being like a suburban town,
Dude,
there
I
are a
love
lot.
St. Louis. I love
Yeah,
it.
there's a lot of places to eat. Like, you can always find something new, like to eat and like, grab a beer at
Bro,
whatever. Right?
it's
So,
I would not mind if State
yeah,
was there every year.
yeah. Like, the weirdest thing first walking in was not seeing the still mat floor. Like, at first, it kind
Like
of
that
fucked you up a
different
little.
blue.
Yeah, like a different blue. Um, I mean, I'll say straight up, Tours needs to get rid of that floor, like just make the investment at this point because it was like playing on a parking lot in some areas. Not, and that's not because of like the slipping issues and water issues that they had before, but like it was bad. It was slow. Like out of nowhere, you would see some of the best guys in the division skating and the puck would just stop. Like it is what it is. Like they just need to upgrade, especially because NARCH and State Wars are both played on still mat floors too. So I feel like in order for it to have some sort of consistency, they need a still mat floor, right? Like, um, and then I mean the biggest gripe, I mean, just being straight up honest, was the delays, like just being behind again, and the quarterfinals on Saturday night. Like I get why you do it, so you don't have to play three
So what
games.
time was that game? Like
Like
11.
we played our game at I think we drop puck at like 1:30. For
Wow.
us at home, that's 2:30 a.m., right? Like, because we're an hour ahead on the East Coast. And for like we're playing Palm, and not that this is the reason we lost or anything. It's a little easier for them, but still, it's still 1:30 a.m. for them too. And even they were like, dude, what the fuck? Like that sucks. And
Insane.
I
Playing a pro tournament where we want to
yeah.
grow roller hockey at 1:30 in the morning.
Like you had just the two teams who played right before us watching, and not saying like, oh, you need fans there for whatever. I get like you got to do the schedule how you have to do the schedule. But my point was, and I said this to a couple of people, was they if you are trying to avoid people playing three games on Sunday, like quarter semis and then championship, um, only two teams are ultimately doing that. The other, you go from 8 to 4. So now four teams are playing two games on that Sunday, which you were originally planned for anyway. And then of those four, two are only playing in that third game. So it's not really affecting everybody playing three games on the Sunday, right? Like you're playing three games on a Saturday. What the hell's the difference, right? Like so I don't know why they do that, but I think that's the one major thing that needs to change. And then you need to put the time slots. They're, 2:30 or 2:15 stop. Those time slots can't be 40 minutes. They need to be 50-minute time slots. It just is what it is. Like it's just because you can't plan around it. We had guys like, hey, can I come back to the rink yet? Can I do this? Can I do that? Like it's just impossible. But I will say them changing the venue did solve the water issue, which was a huge issue that they had before. And that was nice. Like other than that, everything was really smooth. Like I thought the vibe was good. But just those it was just those two things, like the time slots and the game times were just awful. So
Yeah, no, I mean, from the competition aside, look great. Look like everyone is pretty evenly matched.
competition was great. It was really, really
Yeah.
good tournament. Like competition was unreal.
Yeah, no,
So
it looked great. The live stream was good too. It's the same,
yep.
the roller hockey TV, they do a good job. Rob Coggin does a good job at that. The one thing is it, it kind camera kind of gets a little like it's not as I guess you could say just high def.
Yeah. Well, because you see when people are putting the clips up of like Pat Maroon, for instance, right? Like
Yeah.
all when you screen record a blurry-ish video, it looks even worse. And then
Yeah.
someone sees that and they go, "This is fucking roller hockey. Like,
And
what
then you
is
see
this?"
them
Like,
like do it posting bar down, posted Jackson Cover the other day.
yeah,
Looks clean because Rain Hernandez
yeah,
is recaptured.
exactly. Like, yeah, Darren, like when he does his videos, the same thing when it goes up, it looks HD, right? So, But again, like just to have a live stream in general, if you think about it, a couple years ago at tours, I was with Colby and like
Where did
jumping
you get
in
on?
between games. You know, we were picking, I think you picked like a bunch of random games for me to do, and I would just hop in when I could, you know, and I was like play by playing and operating the camera. And I felt bad, like, you know, Trev like was by himself the entire weekend. Like that's gotta be so fucking hard, like not having a co-host or like, you know, like a
You did good.
co-pilot.
Trust did a
Yeah,
good
he
job
did
though.
great. Like, but really, like that's a small thing to fix. Like, hey, bring a player in for these games. That's like playing like two games after, you know what I mean? Or just play the game. Like,
Get Phil Maroon in there.
dude, Phil Maroon's crazy, but I love that guy.
Really Phil.
I told him he needs to be our third person on the pod. I said, you need.
I think it's time. If the people want it, I think it's time.
Could you imagine? We'd be canceled in a week.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, all right, yeah. So, but let's talk the playoffs. Okay, let's move into playoffs. I think one thing that you see consistent the last year, maybe 2 years, really is like black ice always slowly gets going in the round robin,
Yep.
but then they find it, and then it's good luck. And they found it in that quarterfinals with the Rage Cats, where the Rage Cats, man, it's like every time we do a podcast about the pro season coming up, um, it's it's the Rage Cats time, right? Like it's just a
Yep.
matter of time. It's a matter of time, and still is. But dude, that quarterfinal, and maybe I don't know if you watched it or not, but that quarterfinal, what was it? 6-0, 7-0,
7-1. It was
7-1.
weird. Like we came over. So how it worked was because of the delays, they were on like the I forget tour, not tour rank, whatever it was, Bauer rank, let's just call it.
Tidal
So
wave.
tidal wave. So we went over that rink to watch the beginning of the game, and then we had to start getting ready because the Roadrunners game on the other side versus Freeze started. So us and the Palma guys just kind of left over to go over there and like at the arena where the Zamboni is, you can kind of skate from one rink to the other. So I was popping back and forth. I'm like, okay, 3-0. I'm like, all right, but
Do that little back passage
yeah.
area.
So I was going back and forth, and I came back at one point. I was like, yo, it's fucking 6-1 or like 6-0 over there. And they were like, no fucking way. Like nobody on my team believed it because of how good the Rage Cats looked all tournament. Like I know they had shootouts and stuff like that, but like that's gonna happen. This division was pretty tight, all things like, considered. Like you had a team like, three teams not or four teams not have a win, but like Carso Blast, like they could have made playoffs in my opinion, and you had Hockey Plus who just beat, had two wins in there, which got them in. But it was like pretty tight overall. So I mean, there's always gonna be blowouts and shit, but we were just shocked. Like that Rage Cats team, I saw it last year in State Wars. They whipped our ass game one.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
and they
the
came out and did the same thing this year too against Freeze, and Freeze started making their way back, but still.
Freeze had a very on and off tournament. They turned it
Yeah.
on, turned it off, turned it on. Turned it on against that black ice. That black ice game was very like just high scoring and weird.
That was wild too.
Like just
What the
what is going on? And then that their quarterfinal too against the Roadrunners, where Roadrunners won in overtime.
Yeah.
That was a great game. That's probably one of the better quarterfinals. I think probably the best quarterfinal game.
Oh yeah.
That was an
That was
overtime
awesome.
win.
We were watching that game. That's why we didn't really watch a lot of the Black Ice one. So
Yeah. No, so yeah, no, it's a I think that was probably years past, probably one of the better like tours pro tournaments competition wise. I wasn't there, so I have no idea like everything else, but competition wise, probably was one of the better ones. But then
oh
you
yeah,
move
for
into the
sure.
championship, and I think we haven't really mentioned, I mean, we did. We've already talked about the new look of the Roadrunners, but like, dude, I think we were right. Jack Holmes, Turnbull, and Pat Maroon, like that's a scary.
Big
That's a
lineup,
different
dude.
look to the Roadrunners.
Yeah, they're huge. Like
Yeah.
they beat us pretty good the first game too, and like they just play with more confidence. I think those three guys gave everybody like an extra foot, right? Like they grew an extra foot, sort of thing, and they play with a lot of confidence. And those guys all have a ton of confidence with the puck, which makes it easier for the rest of the guys. Like gives Max a little more space, gives Joey a little more space. There was tons of times where Joey's breaking out. He's got one of the big guys pushing the D back, and he came in. He's just sniping, like, and he's going to. So
Well, you're not like worried about Max and Joey now. You got
yeah,
Jack Jones,
yeah,
Pat Maroon. You got Anthony Maroon. Like, how would we forget Anthony Maroon and Pat
yeah.
Maroon?
Fucking Hattie against us, bro. It sucked.
And how did he look?
I mean, he had a hat trick against us, right? Like he scored like 2 minutes into the game. So I mean, tough one for us. But I mean, he looked good for first pro tournament. I mean,
Well,
the
he's
kid's
like
definitely good.
he's 16, 17.
16, I think. Yeah, I mean, he's a player, dude, for sure. Different, a lot different than his dad. Like high end skill guy, got really sick
You're
hands, but
saying
like,
Pat Maroon, a three-time Stanley
well,
Cup champion, and
I'm just
high end
saying he's got
skill?
some boots on him. He's got some boots on him. Pat
Yeah,
will tell
I
you he's
got
not the quickest as boots,
you.
but yeah, he looked good. I mean, for his first pro tournament, I mean, coming in that young, he looked awesome. So
Awesome. Yeah, no, that new look to the Roadrunners. They look mean and they look deep. So it's not just, you know, Joey, Max, pretty much on the rink.
oh yeah,
Joey used to play like the whole game.
oh
And
yeah,
never used to come off. So now
yeah,
you'll see a little relief on there as well too. But
yep,
yeah, that championship game with just that one goal from Ernie on that, as time expired on that power play.
yeah.
I mean, unreal game. Couldn't ask for a better game by both tendies as well too. They played their heads off or their
Oh yeah,
asses
dude.
off.
Shout out to Keith Johnson. He's back. Like his pad setup looked
Eat,
nasty.
eat
Dude,
it.
it looked nasty. And last year he was so like I remember at the Ameristar after State Wars, right? He's like, I'm done. I'm ready. He says this to me all the time. He's like me. I always say I'm retiring.
Well, how
And
many
I
people are you
remember he
at
was saying it
Maristar?
to us. We're like standing over there. The Ameristar brings out the worst and best in people, but
They bring mostly the worst out in
yeah. But
people.
he was like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm retiring. It's time for blah blah blah." I'm like, "Dude, stop." And then he came back and he played so sick in that semifinal game when he needed. He didn't have a ton of action, but he made big saves. And then in that championship game, that game could have been four, whatever. And Reds had huge saves too, but like he played sick. Give him some props there. He's back.
So I think somebody commented it, and they're like, "Is he or about Reds? Is he the most winningest
He's got to be.
roller hockey player of all time?
Dude, like he has to be. I mean, he was on all those snipers teams when they were dominant.
Team
Like
USA, Double
Team
IHF,
USA, yeah, like when they
like,
were at
and
the
I want to kind of get
highest.
into this, like, and maybe people might call me an idiot or I'm wrong, but like, I have a lot of respect for CJ Yoder. I love Yoder. And I think growing up, he was my coach for the Tour Stallions. He moved to Colorado. We got to be coached by Yoder. Unbelievable, right? And the Tour Mudcats with Brian Yingling, just dirty,
B
bro.
Yanks was the best, dude.
Brian Yingling might have been the best hockey player still
Dude,
ever. He's so
he still
good.
plays, dude. He's
He's
nasty.
the best.
Dude, he's awesome.
He's the best. I love Brian. We got to get him on here for a pod. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he would be great. Him and Mazer together would be a
Oh
riot,
my
bro.
God, dude. That rink, I played at that rink. I don't know if it's still around. Is it
Dude.
Harrisburg?
So they say they moved. They have a new facility. They're actually getting Stillmat now, but they've
Okay.
had that same floor for like 30 fucking years, and
Good.
they're
That's
finally getting
amazing.
Stillmat.
So, anyways, I think Yoder was one of the guys that's been really just considered the GOAT, right? Like of our
Yeah.
time, like the GOAT, he's the best, he is. And don't get me wrong, he is. He's kind of was
Yeah.
like the first marketable guy everywhere
Oh
on
yeah.
tour and everything, right? His own
Oh yeah.
stick. And I love CJ, man. Like, just a great guy. Gave us a lot for Paiha and everything. Get to battle against him in Colorado. But the game's gone so much where there's so many guys that have dominated it for so long now, like the
Yeah.
Tyler Crafts, the Troy Redmonds, the Pascalis, Greg Thompson, dude,
Oh yeah. GT.
like GT, like is GT maybe
GT.
one of the most winningest of all time. So you get into these players now where they've played for so long, and even in that era,
Yeah.
begs the question, man, like maybe there is a passing of the torch of
We
somebody.
got to maybe we got to talk to Reds and see if he has like any kind of idea on how many pro and international championships
Of
he has
course he
under his
does. What kind
belt.
of question is that? Of course he does.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I'm just saying, like, we got to get that answer. That'd
Of
be
course.
interesting.
I mean, you know
Uh,
your record. You know your
but
2022 record. Yeah, I think he knows his record.
how can I forget?
But,
Fucking
uh,
dummy, bro.
pretty. I don't know what's more impressive. Like, I'm just kidding. All right, so we'll move on.
Listen, one of the wins was a big win, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we upset the establishment with that win to
Was
the point where I think there was a conspiracy on that, but we'll save that for
Are
after.
you talking about the snipers?
Yeah, just sandbagging that, rolling through the whole tournament. They
I'm,
get the Mars Blade, they sandbag it just so they can have Pat Maroon in playoffs. I'm still on that train.
didn't you guys
We
beat Marsblade or did you lose? You
No,
lost.
we beat Mars
So
Blade.
those are your two wins was Mars Blades, and snipers.
No. Snipers. Our other win was I can't even remember, dude. Oh, Car Shield Blast. but it was at Tours last year, 2 years ago, whatever we went. But
Yeah,
dude, we're
that
not talking about that team is in the past, dude.
yeah,
If you
my
move
bad.
on, gotta
Sorry.
burn the flags, dude. That shit's done. Like, uh,
But yeah, so anyways, Garfield takes the
but
first tournament of the year, the first pro tournament of the year, at Tours in St. Louis, or I guess you could say St. Peters, Missouri. And now we move on. We move on to NARCH finals here in sunny Irvine, California. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Rob Woods here and Anth Merrigan. We are ready to get this show on the roll for NARCH Pro Finals.
oh
Got
man,
14 teams.
how you
We got
doing?
Fusion from Pennsylvania. But anyways, we'll get into it. We're gonna read you the list of teams. Do you want to read them, Anth, or do you want me to?
Yeah, so starting from the top, we have Car Shield, Champion Wheelers, Fusion, Hopa NCI Phoenix, Chemistry, the Labeta Freeze, Maven San Diego, Pama Labeta Golden Knights, the PGKA, excuse me, Golden Knights Academy, the Phoenix Fleas, the Skittles, TCS Envious Wings, Toro Sea Blades, and Unify Canis Black Ice 2.0 with the longest team name in the tournament this year.
Alrighty. So let's get into it. No, I'm pretty sure Palma Beta Golden Knights is longer, right?
Well, no, if you count the 2.0,
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. All right. So we're gonna go about a little rumors and new things that kind of popped up in the roller world. So recently, Jackson Cover, 16U Platinum stud, just signed to the London Knights in the OHL. He is playing with the Unified Black Eyes 2.0. So that is going to be pretty cool to see. I think just anybody young, playing in the first pro tournament,
oh yeah.
cool. They get excited, and I know he lights up his division, so it's going to see like really his full potential, like his full like him actually try. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's not going full gear, in 16 plat. Like I'm sure he is, but like when you see the videos, it looks like he's at 35% just dancing.
Yeah, and in his own age group, he's one of the best, probably there is at his own age group. So like when you're that good, it's kind of like when guys age out of the OHL or like, get too good for the OHL, like they're kind of just do whatever they want. So it'd be nice to see him, play at this level where it's going to be more physical. Games are going to be a little bit harder. So it'd be good to see how he adjusts to it. And he had a pretty nasty highlight already this year, right? From the 16U plat. So see what he does.
Yeah. And then I know looking at through some of the other teams as well too, you're gonna have Car Shield. We'll have the DiMartino brothers. So PJ
Yeah,
and
that's
Joe.
an
So
interesting one. Yeah.
yeah, so PJ not no black ice, but going for Car Shield.
So the rumor is PJ's not going to be at State Wars either. He wasn't on the roster that I saw at least. So he's hopping. I think this is the only tournament he was able to make with his new job. So I mean, that's just kind of like things are changing. Little guys are getting, older and, commitments and things like that. So, the fact that he's able to hop in for one's great. It sucks that, we're going to be playing that team. But, other than that, now, but yeah, PJ, Joey, both, and it's cool to see them play together because they don't get to do that often as well. Looks like they got Siggy back into the mix as, who's going to be there. No, no Garrett Ross. I know he's a big part of the team, but they get Jack Anderson back, which funny story. So I'm leaving tours and we're on the 6 a.m. flight. It's me, Chinny, Shane Fox, and there's this kid walking walking around the area, and I'm like, this kid's a hockey player. You could just tell he's got like Lululemon on, 5-inch shorts, like fucking, you could just tell
Five
like
inch shorts.
yeah, like you knew he was a hockey guy, and he came up to me and he was like, and I was like pretty hungover because you're at the Ameristar till like 4, just kind of went right to the airport. And he comes over, he's like, yo, he's like, were you playing the tournament this weekend? I was like, yeah. And I start talking to him, and he's like, oh, Roller Dad News. He like mentioned us and shit, which was kind of cool for me. And I'm like, oh, what do you do? And he's like, I'm going to Flyers Dev Camp. I'm like, oh shit. So like he was flying, he didn't play tours, but he was flying to Dev Camp, but it's so
Jack
coincidental.
Anderson, right?
Yeah, that he was on the same plane as me, and then he went to dev camp, and I was going to dev camp 2 days later just to watch, because it's like 5 minutes from my house, and yeah, and I watched him like fucking doing some drills and shit like that, so it was kind of cool. And then there was another kid from my rank, who was there as well. He's another roller guy, this kid Nick DeSantis. So a couple roller guys in the flyer system, so it's cool to see.
And he got Ty Merch.
Yeah, and Ty Merch, yeah, and
Yeah.
he's playing. So great fucking leeway in there. He's
There we
playing
go.
with the OC Blades, so it was cool to see him back in the mix. When Maxwell sent me the roster, I was like, oh shit, you guys got Ty Merch, and he was saying he's
They
got
also got a couple other studs as well too.
yeah, say two of his buddies that are playing as well. So
NHL draft picks, Aiden
yep,
Hershuk and Andre
Hershuk, yep,
Cashew,
yep.
the BC boys.
Yep. So they got actually pretty deep squad. They have a lot of guys too. So and I know with the Heat, you want to carry a decent roster for this because the Heat, can get to you. Those day games are tough. It takes it out of you. So but yeah, their roster was interesting to me too, like having those guys because when's the last time Time Merchantson played like tours? I don't even know, 21? Like,
Yeah, I would say yeah, that was it. I mean, you remember Cam York? Cam York,
yeah,
the roller guy, he played NARCH a couple years
yeah, he
ago.
did just re-sign with the Flyers. How you doing? But yeah, and he was on that boat. Was he on that Bo Dangles team? Was Cam
Yeah,
York?
so that Bo Dangles team's playing for D1. So those guys are all playing D1 too. So that
Interesting.
team's gonna be nasty to watch. They're playing for the
That
Bo
starts
Dangles.
tomorrow, I think, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's sick. Yeah, I love the D1 division, honestly. Like D1's cool to watch because it's like a little more loose than like pro sometimes, like not as like, tight with like as far as like not making mistakes go. They're a little more like, freewheeling. But that division's always good to watch. Yeah, they start right tomorrow. Yeah, 350 first game at Corona.
Yep, yep. And then another player on a new team. I guess he's played with this team in the past, but Brendan Baumgartner, he's playing with
Yeah.
Palma this year or this
Yeah.
at Narch too.
Yep. I was talking to Rob about that pickup as well.
Him and Brett Robinson.
Yeah, and bro, that was the one I was interested to see is because he didn't play pro with anybody at tours. I think he played men's.
Yeah, I saw that. He was on Car Shield's men's team, right?
Or wasn't? No, he was on Silver Knights.
Oh, that's right. That's
He
right.
was on Silver Knights men's team. So looks like maybe he had a good little showing there. And I know those guys have all been playing together. So if they're telling Rob like, hey, you should give this guy a crack at pro, like that's a good thing for Palma. We keep hearing Palma's last dance here, so we'll see. With them, a little bit of roster turnover, maybe bring some new blood in there.
You got the
Um,
same roster though. You're
I,
looking
I
at the
they
same
say it
roster.
every time. This Scotty Savage. I'm gonna call him out on this. Scotty was like, no, no, for real, this is the last one. Like, yeah, it's the last summer run. I'm like, Scott, come on,
Then
dude.
what are you guys doing? You're just gonna quit and just like play
Yeah, like,
hockey,
yeah,
and
like
then you're just
like
gonna see it
30s.
and be like, yeah, we don't want to play anymore.
I don't want them in the 30s division, dude. It's my division in order to
Yeah,
stay
I mean,
out.
life goes on, but like a lot of
Yeah.
those guys love to compete, right?
I mean, same thing I say. I'm like always, I can't do. I'm not playing. I'm done. Blah
I
blah blah.
hear it after game
Yeah.
three. We're fucking 0-3. I'm fucking done. I don't fucking know why I'm here. I'm fucking done. I'm going to the ocean. Fucking drinking.
The Ameristar last year at State Wars, every team was folding after State
Everyone,
Wars last year. Every
everyone
team was
retired.
folding.
Yeah, the only team that wasn't was the women's division. And
Yeah,
huge shout out to that.
yeah,
Our new podcast,
yeah. Fucking
new
right.
women's podcast, featuring Miranda Lemus and Kathleen Reyes, two studs in the women's division.
Yeah,
Kathleen's a nasty goalie. I think I saw
so
her
good.
2021 Winter Wars. I want to say, played with the Lebedo Warriors. Nasty, great
Yeah,
goalie. Played for Cal State Fullerton and Roller last year as well, and then just plays also for women's pro team as well too for
yeah.
the Black Ice.
Uh,
So and
And
then
they did a
Miranda,
great job on the first epi too. They did a whole NARCH women's pro breakdown.
they're
Actually,
like
they broke down
they're
every
like
division.
us. They're like
Yeah,
us. They're the
dude,
art
it was
version of us.
I was like watching and I was like, and Kimmy's like, what are you listening to? And I was like, oh, it's like we have a women's show that like we're partnering up with as well. And she was just like, she didn't realize because I was listening to it for a while. It was almost like an hour long episode, I think. So like they went through every division, and it was cool that they had so much knowledge on every girl in the division, and the ones they didn't know, they were able to kind of find out some information, which was cool. So it was really awesome to see. So pretty happy for them, proud of them that they got it off, like did such a great first episode. Like that was sick. Like they had graphics and the whole nine. Like it was sick.
Crushed it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen it, check it out on our YouTube page. You'll see it episode 1, and they break down the Narch preview for their women's division. That also starts same weekend as this as well too. So
Yep.
um, super cool. You can get double roller, women's and men's.
Yeah.
Perfect, right?
We'll definitely have to. I'll have to link up with Miranda when I'm out there and get some stuff. Maybe we can. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. It's always so hard because
Yeah.
you got
You
your
get there and
team.
it's just different.
Yeah.
Just get
Yeah.
there.
You want to
So
watch games. You want to hang out with your team. You want to go to the beach. That's what makes Narch so fun is that there's other shit to do. That's what's great. And our Airbnb is literally 15 minutes from the rink, 15 from the beach. So we're right at a perfect spot. So it's gonna be sick. I can't wait to get out there.
yeah, no, dude, I it's just Narch, bro. You can't really describe it. When people
Yeah.
ask you where you're going, you go Narch. And you're like, what is that? Like, I can't explain. It's a roller tournament. You don't get it unless you come. So if you
Yeah.
come, you'll
And
get it.
I'm so happy to see all my guys. And I know the people who play at Irvine all the time, and there are, parking, bathrooms, whatever, little minor things. But when you bring someone there that's never played there for the first time, the cool little wow factor that they get, oh shit,
And
this is
like, I could
odd.
imagine playing rec league there. It'd probably be so fun. Like,
Yeah, and I know they're like, it is what it is. Yeah, it sucks when it rains. I'm like, yeah, I get that. You're dealing with that, but I don't know. Every time I'm there, I remember we got eliminated 3 years ago when I was playing with Revision. We got eliminated, and we just went to open hockey on a Sunday up there.
yeah,
Oh, there you go. You're back on. Your mic went out for a sec, but oh, it's back out.
we're good.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
He's back. But yeah, just I mean, pretty sick. I just can't wait to get out there at this point. I'm like, get me on that fucking plane.
So
So
one other team I want to talk about as well too is Maven San Diego. It's a very San Diego team.
full
Our,
San Diego to the
yeah,
point
our
where they're
boy
turning
Charles
guys
Baldwin.
down.
Yeah, our boy Charles Baldwin, Chuck Slick. Him and his brothers are on the team. And then
Yeah.
you've got Christian Kim. He's also I think he played in the UCHL last year. I could be wrong. But he's nasty, but very, very. And Alec McRae plays over in Europe right now in the Dell. He played for Cornell in ice. Nasty player. And Pasha
Yeah.
Bocharov. He was a
But
nasty
yeah, I was gonna say
player as
he's
well.
good too. Yep, I remember him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, they got a great roster. They have a very San Diego and a Rory Herman as well too.
yeah, I was talking to James, who runs Maven, and he was saying they wanted a full San Diego roster. And he actually wants to do a giveaway with us, so we'll have to get some details out on that before Narch goes. I know we did. It was actually pretty cool. We did a little whatever you want to call it, treasure hunt, whatever thing with RDN and Maven stickers. Last one at Winter Nationals, and some girl won this sick custom jersey. She got to pick a jersey off his rack. It was
Oh,
pretty.
that's so sick.
Yeah, so he wants to do something with us. So I gotta follow up with him tomorrow and get it out there. But
Yeah, no,
so
that's
yeah.
sick.
So yeah, I love that dude. James is a good guy. He always hooks me up with shit when I go out there. But yeah, that's cool because they're kind of like us, just local guys that are all playing together. And then I saw another one I wanted to mention, Champion Wheelers. They got the Vilio brothers. Those guys hate me, I think. So I I think three of them are on the team. So that's good.
You
We
play
play them.
them?
Yeah, we play them. So
You're
they
gonna die.
yeah, we got Trent, Elijah, and Cade. I have nothing against
Dude,
these guys, but every time we
the
play, we just
video of
fucking
him and
battle.
have you seen the video of him and Jake Vertanen fighting?
Yeah, that's
Is that
old
why
school.
they hate you?
No, 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 no.
But
I
did
don't think
they
they hate
like?
me.
Did he pump Vertanen?
I think he did. I mean, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was at some Canadian tournament. Somebody sent me.
Yeah, I remember that. We'll have to throw
We
that
got it
video up.
somewhere on the phone.
Yeah, we got to find that. That's a good one. I forgot about that. And then I remember, if I remember correctly, that same summer there was a huge men's fight in St. Louis at a Tours regional. Remember that with the goalie and everything? I think you posted the video.
Oh,
I forget
Was it the Lindenwood one?
was it the Mudcats or Mud Snakes and the in Lindenwood or something? There was a fight there. I forget.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
I
was
remember
it?
that one.
The
I
Mud Snakes were crazy too. Those dudes
Shout
are
out to George Collins and Phil Maroon, dude. I
fucking
remember playing
batshit.
the Mud Snakes. So we were playing the Mud Snakes, Team Colorado. First year of our RDN team. We just built a team. We just random Colorado guys. We didn't have a name. So we're like, well, fuck it. Let's just call RDN, you know? So we shout out to Campbell from Unified Gameware, got us our jerseys. Went out there. Boys did great. Made it to the semifinals. Two of our players leave. Fucking trash. Not going to name who they were, but trash. And they ended up leaving. So we're short eight guys. No big deal. Um, we didn't have a pro player because we were like one of the teams that didn't add a pro player. We don't we got
Yeah.
the boys. We don't need a pro
Yeah.
player.
Further. Yeah.
Bro, all I remember is we were playing the Mud Snakes. We lost by 2. Phil Maroon is screaming at me from the bench. And you remember in Indiana where the benches were on opposite sides?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
How the benches
Yeah.
are on
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him and I'm playing goalie and I talk shit. And I'm like, are you a fucking
Oh yeah.
psychopath? This dude is going off. And then so is George Collins. I'm friends with George, so is what it is. But I was just laughing. And I was like, these guys are fucking
Dude,
nuts.
they were nuts.
They
I
need
think it was them and Lindenwood got in a fight, I swear, like at a Tours regional or something. But
It was
I,
them or Car Shield. Yeah, it was something like
it
that.
was like the summer of roller hockey fights, I guess. But yeah, those dudes definitely hate me, and we play them. So that was something I noticed. They got a couple Canadian boys on that team. They got and then Andrew DiCarlo, he played at Air Force,
Our
correct?
boy Andrew DiCarlo, and you
Yeah.
know what? Shout out to the Champion Wheelers. That is also like the Epic Society team too.
Hmm.
A couple years ago, just different
Yep.
name, new brand. They came out to the Mile High Showdown.
And you know what? Another team, another couple guys I want to shout out just for because they were big fans with Dwyer, big or good friends with Dwyer. The Tui brothers, you got Tommy and Tanner, made their way back into the division. Tommy's been playing like here or there, I think, with a couple teams, but they have the Tui brothers. They have like kind of the outcast
Yeah,
combined. It's really the outcast, honestly, with like they got JJ on their team, but they're really the outcast, and Ryan Dubmeyer put that team together as well. So, but I've played with guys like Bryce Nielsen. He's a good player, lives out there. Travis Meyer's a good player. So, looks like they actually are a pretty solid team. They have Anthony Carter. So they're going
that's
to be,
Don's brother.
yeah, don't, don't call
That's
me
Donnie.
Don.
That's Donnie's
Don,
brother. That's
Don,
my boy Donnie.
don't call me Don.
Don't call me
Like he
Don, bro.
owes us a beer, man. We gave him a RDM bump. My
Dude,
man went
Donnie
off
went
against
off.
Palma.
Donnie, Donnie Carter, baby. Donnie Carter for president,
We
baby.
got
I
we
think
got to
Donnie
get those
Carter.
shirts.
You know what? And that's the thing, man. Like, I love right now what everybody's doing for the Team USA stuff. I think it's in a great position for the growth of the game. I think it's going to be in a great place in 10 years because you're going to have all these recruits, all this grassroots stuff that they're doing right now. It's fucking great, right? But that's a guy, man, that's like, yo, he needs to sniff at Team USA, right?
Yeah,
And
don't call me Don.
don't call me Don, bro, but Donnie Carter, I would love to see a Donnie Carter at a Team USA camp and like a Travis Snow going at it. I would just love to see that. You know,
And he'd be good at that international game because it is a little more like ice to the point where like it's not,
that's
the
Donnie
rinks are
Carter,
always different
bro. That's
sizes and
Donnie
shit.
Carter.
So yeah, we'll see. He'll be on a couple years. That's what always happens. We
But
say,
do you remember the Team USA tryouts for IIHF they used to have
dude,
in Colorado?
that was sick. They had it on YouTube. It's still on YouTube,
Yeah,
I
it's
would
on
assume,
YouTube.
right?
I'll post your highlight right now, bro.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude, that was sick. I remember there were some battles. That was like craft. So I remember we were talking when we
That
were
was
talking
like when
craft.
Joey Dorn made that team.
Yeah, but remember we were talking to Kraft and you were surprised that his first USA event was the World Games in 2019. But I
Yeah,
think that year of double eyes, Kraft was at that tryout, I'm pretty sure. Like I want to say he was at that tryout and PJ made the team and so did Fox.
yeah.
But I remember Kraft was at that tryout, but their forwards were so deep at the time. Like, I mean, fuck, like they were nasty.
No, I mean, yeah, that'd be cool to see that again sometime. Looking at more of the rosters here, Skittles or Skittles, they got the same roster. Palma's Palma, same roster. PGKA, they don't got their team out. Fleas, we saw them at Colorado Cup. Rumor has it they added someone else. Don't know who, but
I
maybe.
actually have their roster. I gotta find it. I was just waiting on the numbers because I'm uploading them all on there. So we'll just filibuster for that one for now because I have to go find it. But
Okay, yeah, yeah. And then yeah, Unified Conics Black Ice, same 2.0 is going to be pretty much the same team. Couple, other players that added Noah Litsko,
yep,
Jackson Cover, and then same team as Tours. Jacob Robertson, was he there at Tours?
Roberson was not there.
Him there.
But he's gotten so much better. He
He's
played with us for Shakers a couple years ago, and he is like a different player at this point. He was playing the NA over here for the Americans, I believe. And then same thing, like uh, I usually skate with the Wings, but obviously I have my own team in this one. Um, thanks Bearcat, I guess, because they were supposed to go to Bearcat and not go to NARCH, and they wound up coming to NARCH now. But I'll tell you what, the kid Aiden Duford, I was really impressed with for being a young buck. the kid's a player, for sure. And Dalton Skelly, he's another Texas guy, so give Texas Roller a shout out
Here
here.
we go. Another Texas guy. So you
Yeah,
got
it's his first like pro tournament. He played roller growing up, a first pro tournament, and like
he's also playing in that three ice too.
he is playing in three ice, and you could tell though. Like I was like asking him, I was like, "Are you hooked?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, like I would definitely play this every summer." So he's definitely a roller dad right away. But and
Dude,
they got
Texas,
teed in
Texas
net,
is
which
coming
is
up. I'm telling you. Just watch
yeah,
out.
dude. Texas.
Texas,
I would. Who do you think would have the best if it was pro
El
division was
Paso,
just per state?
El
Who do you
Paso.
think El Paso only? No, if State Wars Pro is just per state, like basically you know you had California, Missouri, New York, Pennsylvania, Texas, whatever. Like, who do you think would have the best pro team?
Well, you got to think like Palma is already California, right?
Right. You could have a couple teams in
But
California,
here's the
probably.
thing: is where you're going to have a lot of problem, okay, and where people will cheat the system. Where are you going to go? How are you going to do it? Because is Kraft from Florida or Pennsylvania?
Yeah, like he should be a P. That's the thing. Like there
So
has to be
that's
some sort of rule behind it because he is a PA guy and always played PA.
But for example, like Hawkins could technically be a Michigan,
Detroit, yeah, it could
right?
be a Michigan guy. They'd have a sick team.
Does he
Missouri would
live
have
in?
a
When's
sick
the last
team.
time he's lived in Michigan since he's
Right.
so maybe he does. I don't know. But like that's the same thing. Like, where do you cut the line? Because I think Michigan, Michigan probably would in New York because New
New York
York's
would be
all
really
black
good.
ice and roadrunners,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and you would
But
kind of
then
it's like
again,
kind of
like,
like in New York, New Jersey. Yeah.
but Max is in New York. He's New Jersey,
Yeah, New Jersey, but always plays
you're
New York. Yeah.
and then you live in New Jersey. So are you
Yeah, but
New Jersey?
I'm PA though. I stay with all my PA teams. So yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in New Jersey.
So that's what I'm saying.
I know there's gray area, but you just have to set those rules ahead. But I
So
think
yeah,
you're
but I
like kind
think
of
you that's
interesting.
the problem is I think if you're saying right now, New York or California, there's so much like Roadrunners and Black Ice pretty much. Yeah, the DiMartinos, Pasquale, KJ, basically Roadrunners and Black Ice live in New York.
Yeah, Keith. Yeah, you got a bunch of good players there. Osho, like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of good players in New York. New York, I will say Long Island,
Greg
the
Thompson.
there you go, GT. Pain in the ass to get to Long Island, but great for roller. They always
I
have a
would
good
say New
scene
York
there.
or California. I
Yeah,
think California could have 3 or 4 pro teams.
yeah, they really could.
Got Donnie C.
Yeah,
But yeah,
DC.
so I think wrapping that up on the Narch Pro, it's from tours. Got a couple, I would say, 5 different teams coming in there, Car Shield's adding a couple of players. You're losing Black Ice, but you're adding a couple other teams. So I think,
Yeah,
it's hard to say who's going to be in there, but I will say Car Shield is looking like Car Shield from last year, and that's a hard team to beat. So last year they won this tournament as well. So it's hard not to say that they're the favorites going into this tournament with adding PJ and Joey. It's just hard not
yeah.
to, right?
Yeah, and it's like one of those things where because they're such a strong team, like even when you lose a guy like Garrett Ross who's not making this tournament and they don't have Sladowski as well, like you're picking up guys that are just fucking slotting right in, right? Where
Yeah.
like, your newer team, things like that, you don't get that privilege. But hey, that's when you're the best team, you're the best team, and you come in there. But the good thing is, like at the end of the day, with Narch as well, because I think 9 of 14 make it, so 8, 9 do a playing game, and I think you played that playing game before, and it's usually like late that Saturday night, so that's always a grind too. But I think, dude, night hockey in Irvine's just so sick. Like those nighttime games are just the best.
It's a
So
different vibe, bro.
I'm just pumped. But yeah, so like I said, fucking just pumped to get out there. Pumped to be back on the pod. El Paso Texo making a comeback, the whole nine. But yeah, it's pretty much it. That's all I got, man. I'm wiped. I've been up the mountains with my kid all weekend. He's a menace. Literally just fucking a menace.
Yeah. Yeah. One last thing, what we're gonna do again after Narch is after tours, we sent the message to one guy from every pro team and just asked them to fill out basically their rankings, who they thought, were the top 4 players, standout team, that kind of thing. Just, doing our own Ardian award type of stuff, right?
Yep.
And so from that stuff, from tours, we'll kind of announce, I guess you could say the winners or what the players decided. Okay. This
Right.
was from 16.
From the players, by the way,
Yeah.
like
For the
stressing
players.
from the players.
Yep. From the players for the players. All right. Power rankings, though, first. Okay. This is from the players, right? I had a vote. So did Ant. I think it's only right since we run it and we're doing it and we're watching it is what it is, yo. So, power rankings going into the summer of 2025 after tours, going into NARCH. Car Shield 1, Roadrunners 2, Palma 3, Black Ice 4, Rage Cats 5, Freeze 6, Envious Wings 7, Car Shield Blast 8, Hockey Plus 9, and at 10, Unify Connex Black Ice 2.0. On the bubble. On the bubble, these teams can be, teams that could pop it, and what we've seen so far, or teams that are coming up. Skittles, definitely think the team could pop it. Epic Ringster Blood and Feathers. We'll see how they do at the play-in. They could win the play-in, and then they could make some noise.
Yeah.
Champion Willers, they did good at the Wish Cup. They also did good at the Colorado Cup as well too. Phoenix Fleas, they're gonna either go 0-4 or they're gonna do good. It's their first
They're
time
just
playing
yeah.
pro, so
Yeah.
it's just there's no really way to tell. But they have great
They're a young
chemistry.
team. Yeah,
They're
they're a
a young,
young
young
team.
team.
Yep.
Great chemistry though from college. That's what I will say. Okay,
Yeah, and they're into it, right? At the end
they're
of it.
into it. They you know what, Aiden Schwetz does a great job
Yeah.
with them, and they got some great players. So but yeah, so from there, that's who your the power rankings. Okay, going into the all tournament team from tours will be Adam Ernie at 11 points, Pat Maroon at 9 points, Hawkins at 8 points, and Max Halverson at 9 points.
Damn, surprised I didn't make it with my two. Fuck.
Oh yeah, dude, you were almost there,
I
almost.
was actually backup goalie if they had me
Oh,
as the Reds.
and then Redmond, 5 wins, 0 losses, 0.71 goals against, and 2 shutouts.
Ridiculous.
Pretty
Yeah, I
fucking
mean, yeah, he played. I mean, again, like I'm not
40
saying he's
comments on that one.
yeah, there was a lot of comments. That was
A lot
very
of opinions.
controversial. But like again, this wasn't like we just picked it between us two and this is how it came out. Like, no, there was a player from every team that picked it,
Yeah,
and that's how it came out because of that. Wow, they're actually washing my floor at the rink. I've never seen them do this. This is
watching it.
yeah, like they're scrubbing it. This is like crazy. I always claim that they never scrub it, and they actually are scrubbing it.
And they're
This
like,
is
"Yo, is that
crazy.
guy still here? Yeah, go fucking wash that shit."
Dude, it's crazy. I've never seen them do it. I'm pumped.
That's funny.
Holy shit.
Gotta get a
So
picture of that.
sorry, that was off the beaten path, but
All right. Well, anyways, we'll see you guys. We'll see Ant at Narch.
yeah.
I will be in Mexico officially on Friday, so I will be off the grid for 2.5 weeks. I apologize, guys. I will be in Mexico. Sometimes when you meet the Latina love of your life, you gotta go down
You gotta
south.
do things,
You
dude.
gotta
She's
do things.
spicy.
So it's
Um,
very spicy. So Ant will be taking care of RDN for the next 2.5 weeks of all the pro roller
and
events.
I would and I will say, I know this has like been about Narch. We have State Wars the week after, so look out for stuff coming out with that. We have pretty nasty idea that we're doing State Wars. We'll drop it a different time, but
We're gonna do
we
our
got
first podcast maybe internationally as well too.
yeah from Rob's coming from down south.
I might be in Mexico City doing it.
They're gonna hack that or something. We're gonna be fucked. Like cartel's gonna own RDN or something.
Yeah, they're not like the Chinese. They're that smart.